What if we leave our values last? Very last thing. What can happen, my friends? Good morning. Welcome to a new morning show, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. And guess what, my friends? Today is March the 13th, not a Friday the 13th, Wednesday. And it is a wacky Wednesday. I don't have my wacky husband with me, but let's go to some dad jokes. And I want to remind, I want to ask for some help. If you love dad jokes, anything cheesy, send it our way. Whether it's on the comments, whether you have my text, just send your dad jokes your way. It doesn't have to be a video. So for today, I find this Iglesias Nalgas hilarious. So let's go to his a day in the life of a cafeteria lady as our dad joke of the day. And if you can relate, especially my cafeteria ladies in New York City. Let's go watch the clip, Day in the Life. I know it says teacher, but it's the cafeteria lady. Especially the bossy ones. Let's go watch that clip. And then again, shout out to Jesus Nalgas. I'm sure you got mocked and why you're a comedian. Here we go.
Okay, and that is $3.75, Mr. Sandoval. Okay, yes, you should be good. Go ahead and grab the juice. It comes with the meal. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you around. Excuse me. What's going on? What's that language? Watch your language, boys and girls. What happened, mija? Yes, you need to grab a fruit. Grab a fruit. There's no more bananas. Let me go get some from the back. Give me 1 second. I, mija, tell your mom I said hi, okay? And make sure she puts money in your account. Are you gonna want vegetables or mashed potatoes? Excuse me, no curry. I'm sorry, mijo, there's no more pizza. You should have came earlier today. You should know I go flying today. Mija, come here. Your number. What do you mean you forgot your number? Go ahead and put your number. Try to memorize it. Olivia, only one sandwich. Okay.
Okay, he's always picking on Olivia. If you follow him, please make sure you do follow him, Jesus underscore Nalgas, and on Instagram. So he's always picking on poor Olivia. And I love his and always saying hello to the parents. These are members of our community, and I've when running an after school program, all the cafeteria ladies will make our snacks, and I could really say some of them just took their job so seriously, and they really believe about nourishing. I don't know if that's the word they said, but they, especially in New York City, some students, that's their meals, and so some of them took it very seriously. So shout out to Jesus, and then shout out to all the cafeteria ladies. You're such an essential part of the school system. All right, so what have we been talking about all week? Values, values, values. And that picture is not for balance, because balance has gotten me in trouble, because I want to be, instead of focusing on, I'm trying to juggle things, and I want each thing to matter. And I do have an example today, and let's go to the next slide really quick. What's this next slide? Okay, cool. Yeah, perfect. Right there. Because no, the other one, the 75 journey. Yeah, perfect. Shout out. Welcome back, Charmaine. Yay, Charmaine's back. Okay. And no, the other one. 75 journey. Yeah, the one right before it. So each of these guidelines, and I really do hope you see them as guidelines, you could modify this journey if you've decided to join. And I gave a call to the person who dropped it in the comments who wanted to be part of it. And I really love her attitude about, taking everything with a grain of salt, everything as a suggestion. And it's true because we gotta like check our own life and see what fits. Something here is not fitting. Like, for example, like 60 minutes once a week. It's like right now, not something that it could be possible. Then you choose the time. Let it be 30 minutes, let it be 40 minutes. But whatever that is, that's what you're committing for the 75 days, right? You can absolutely modify like the 10 pages, like, whoa, we're crying baby. All right, 5 pages. You get to choose your rocks. And before we talk about what can happen if we leave this last, can we just talk a little bit about it? This jar being, you can call it your bucket dream, but really it's just, I wanted to fill it up because to me, this, even as I'm touching it, it's it's a life to the full that I've been talking about in this YouTube channel for like 7 years. It's solid, it's a foundation. And I see these guidelines as a foundation because number one, nourishing our cell, because healthy cells make healthy tissues create organs, and organs create our systems, all of them. And I hope I didn't skip any, but it starts on feeding our cells. And so many people, including myself for so many years, thought that it's about eating healthy. It's like, so can we focus on the cell instead of putting all this pressure? Because you, my friend, could eat a broccoli. Me, struggling with SIBO, that thing will blow me up, even though the world considers broccoli healthy. The spinach, I gotta cook it raw, blows up my belly, right? So it's so different for every single person. So and if you look at it, ourselves, that's it starts at a cellular level. It's life. It is life. And there are obviously plenty of modalities, feeding us. And in our macronutrients that I was talking about, they're essential in the sense that your body cannot produce them. So we gotta ingest them. We gotta cook for them. We gotta put it in our beautiful body. And then the next one is the two movements, or workouts, however you want to call it. You could stay on the slide, Charmaine. You want to keep it into on the 75 journey. Yeah, perfect. You want to keep it. I'm gonna be here for like 5 minutes, Charmaine. So I'm gonna cook right here. The movement. I like movement because when we look at like past civilizations, or just back in the day, hunters and gatherers, people worked for their food. We got it easy. We could just go to Whole Foods, go to Trader Joe's, go to Costco and get food for a whole month if we need to. The movement is just part of life, right? The people who live the longest, Netflix has a new show. I think it's something over 100 for those who live over 100. They're planting, they're squatting, they're moving, they're going through life, they're biking, right? They're moving, they're on the go. And that to me is not because workout, it's like I'm like hustling for it. And like as I said, I have unsubscribed from the hustle, and I want to live. I want life to the full. It says number 3 there, for, yeah, water. Woo! Okay. Okay. So I could go on forever with water. And I do, as you guys know, I love my coffee. And it's this is the only thing that quenches my thirst. I know at the social I went on Monday, I was like, that water was awful. And do your best to get filtered water. And you could tell, like I've gone to this Berkeley, and then when I went up to the bar to get my water, not an alcohol drink, it tastes so horrible. I was like, oh, I need something else. And I ordered a ginger ale. Like the first sip, like of course the sugar goes right through your brain. I was like, whoa. And it didn't make me feel good. But when it comes to like our values, at least for me, for this water section, well, maybe I should share this, but when I was training to do my half a marathon in Hawaii, I experienced this thirst that it was very hard to forget. It was a thirst that you kept drinking, even adding electrolytes, and I was feeling dehydrated. It was the altitude, it was the intense training I was going through. And I thought, I was called my coach. I was like, I feel terrible. I mean, and yeah. She goes, eat a whole bunch of chips. Like get as much as sodium salt you can. That experience was such a memorable experience for me. So maybe you haven't had any experience about thirst. And so I'm only speaking to you. I was like, I'm in Hawaii. I am like doing something. I raised like over $4,000 to be here. Woo! That second, it's kind of like a toothache. How many of us hate toothache? And how does it go from like a good day to like hell on earth when you have a toothache? For me, that thirst, that felt like hell on earth. Anyway, moving on with the list over here. The 10 pages, to me, I'm a long life learner. So for me, education and learning new things is important to me. It becomes part of my bucket. The picture, I struggle with that. I'm doing it because it's part of the discipline to end my day, in a sense of like I'm still impactful, I am still beautiful. These are all like I'm still steadfast. These are my affirmations, and I'm putting that camera right there. And again, it's only for me. This is privately. I don't share that part on social media. I just share my affirmations, right? And what it means. Last night I show my I'm impactful, and it definitely has coffee stains. Yes, coffee is absolutely there. I mean, come on, coffee life. Okay, here we go. um and that part is also part of the explorer and the learner, because it's a daily progress. And what it's been helping is that if I don't physically see a progress, and because when you're doing movement, you're nourishing your body, and you're doing this thing to shed some fat and to feel better and look better, and you don't see it, the affirmation helps me balance that. Regardless, I'm still beautiful, I'm still impactful, I'm still steadfast, and whatever you choose your affirmations to be. And it's just part of the process, it's part of the journey. uh I'm not sure if I'm 100% good with the avoiding word. um for me right now, what that means is self-control. And okay, I'm gonna put this down. So many people are not telling the truth about putting in the work. I've gotten a lot of responses where, oh, not right now, seems a lot. Well, it's about tracking. It's about, yeah, it's putting in the work. There's no hacks. There are no hacks. Last night I was on the phone with an individual who has, if I were to compare this individual with a lot of coaches that I know, this individual, she knows how to, and this is an example, this is one area, she knows how to make money. She's in sales. She knows it's a very steady, goal oriented, getting to work, no hacks around it. You want to help people, okay? Because that's what sales is. If unfortunately so many people have bad rap Like that's what sales is. Like if you're a teacher, trust me, you're in sales. Okay. Um, and it's about putting in the work. Period. End of story. And it takes discipline. It takes discipline. So I know avoiding, maybe if you don't like the word, it's to me right now it takes discipline, and it is taking discipline in my side, right? If you have people around you and you love your margarita and your mojito like I do, and I do know also that it's 75 days. I also know that this, what I'm saying about this SIBO, it's all temporary, and I 110% believe that our bodies, the God created our bodies to heal. And so anyway, and the last one, movement, the once a week, that to me is like when Jimmy and Poppy come in and just taking a little, it's that like nudge, push, however you want to say, of the longer distance. A month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, we walked to our coffee spot, even though we found out it was a holiday, they were closed. So we found another coffee shop that actually was pet friendly in the little plaza that we really like. So you get to discover, like going through a neighborhood, when you walk through a neighborhood, you see so many things that you don't. And that to me is life to the full. The whole discovery. If you're an explorer or a life love learner, I hope that these guidelines right here for the 75 journey also match with your values. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Finally, yay! Charmaine is waiting for this time. Okay, and so that on the left, it's Himalayan salt. I meant to use it as rocks. But do you guys know what happens when you put water in Himalayan salt? Yeah, it melts. Okay. All right, we're going to move past that. I'm not going to go over the full analogy, and I'm going to skip the water. But this is what I want to show you. I've been holding this foundational jar of rocks, and the first slide was rocks is what matters the most, the exploration, life to the full. And then I want to bring up when we leave it last, meaning when we grab this life to the full jar and we pour it. And Charmaine, are we able to just put myself in here? And so you guys can see it. Boom. Actually, this should be my picture. Hey, let's do it, Charmaine. You ready? You ready? Here we go. All right, those were like, Patty, like, stop, just go on. I will. If we take this jar and we place it with sand meaning to-do lists, majoring in the minors, the little things, and we fill it up, like, can we really, will there be space for this? And I'm not going to do it because this is my sample sand when I do presentations. Is that it won't fit. It won't fit, my friends. And then we grab our values, our exploration, the things that we want to do. And then I don't know about you, I get angry when I'm not aligned into putting something as pleasurable as reading in a balcony or going on walks, and over time it builds. And it's so scary. It's so scary on seeing how it affects relationships. I am so about like relationships being like very fundamental. And it is a scary thing. I hope you choose your rocks. And Charmaine, I'm going to do it again in case I'm going to hold it right here. I don't know if you did get it or not, but I'm going to hold it right here. Okay. The red pill or the blue pill? That's my question to you. Like, do we want to have our life full of to-dos and doing, especially the little things like the sand? Or do we want a life full of the things that matter? I'm not sure if that guideline from our 75 journey matches yours. Please find out. Please find out what matters. Name each rock. And of course, because a lot of people say family and God, and that doesn't match their life, because their life is full of this. And they say family and God, and their life is full of this. Part of this, the walking, the relationships, right? The learning, like, does it match? And I know that's our question. And when we self-reflect, when we stop in a weekly basis or in a quarterly basis, same thing as in a corporation, right? Like, there are quarterly meetings, there are weekly meetings, some have daily. What about us? What about us? What about stopping 1 second to seeing what's working? Exploring what your rocks are. That baby right there, this book, my journal. It's an exploration. It's 90 days of figuring this out. Figure out your values. Draw it. There's a space right there. People could write. I started drawing. I was like, okay, what's important to me? So you get to figure this out. I hope that today's show gets you to explore your values. Again, that 75 journey, it's to be modified. Whatever you decide, then you stick to it for 75 days. In that sense, that's part of discipline. That so many people, especially in this era, we're so full of hacks. Like Jimmy was talking to me, it's like it's so inundated with hacks and shortcuts. And that for sure is not life. Sorry. Like I am in a 5-month program on healing at a cellular level. It's not 30 days and like 4 weeks. You're gonna like, woo. No. It's and that's the beginning. That's just the beginning. Guys, I hope you choose you. I hope you choose what matters the most, which is your values. Tomorrow, if you need a guidance in figuring that out, I know Brene Brown helped me. And her book is right there, right on top of the journal. Whee, right there, right? Hey, Brene Brown, Dare to Lead. She's got a list that we're going to share tomorrow. We'll explore it. And I'll tell you some of the things I did to nail down. But what's most important is to actually stopping for a second. So if you want to do that tomorrow, join me tomorrow. Thanks for joining today. Again, please consider liking. I'm sorry. If you like it, press the like button. Consider subscribing. And I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow as we go down a list by the help of Brene Brown. She has a PDF and we're going to share it tomorrow. So come and stay tuned with us as we figure out our life to the full. Thank you, everybody. Let's see what Charmaine has for me. What are we doing? Hey, it's the original. Okay, I'm not even going to move that much just in case the lights go out. I love you. Bye.
I took a stroll downtown this evening.